What's up everybody, my name is Wayfaring Robin1 and today we're going to be looking at one of the greatest story games to ever exist, and it's called Oxenfree. Before we begin today's video, I should point out that this video is not a story analysis, more so this video is praising the game for what it is, a fun story game that I find extremely interesting, and with Oxenfree 2 coming out soon, I think we should all talk about the first game before playing the second. Lastly, there'll be some minor spoilers for the game ahead, so if you haven't played the game, go ahead and pick it up on Steam or on console, and with that out of the way, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into today's video. Oxenfree was made in 2016 by a company called Night School Studios, and while being responsible for Oxenfree, they're also responsible for another game called After Party, which I covered a long time ago, but I'll most likely redux the video in the future. Make sure you subscribe to see that. So with only 2 games under their belt, how's Oxenfree? Oxenfree starts out with your protagonist going to an island with your stepbrother Jonas and your stoner friend Ren. On the island there are 2 other people of Ren named Clarissa and Nona. The island they're on is mostly abandoned, the only resident being an old lady named Maggie Adler, but has recently died. All the teens camp out on the island and they go explore a cave before Alex tunes into the radio and they're all separated. It is your job to locate everyone, all while solving puzzles with the radio and defeating the supernatural enemy. After doing all that, depending on the choices you made throughout the story, you could get a really good ending or a really bad ending. You could either ruin all your friendships or even bring your brother back from the dead, but nonetheless there are multiple endings for the game depending on what you do and say. No matter what you pick though, you're stuck in an infinite time loop, making you stuck forever and ever unless you break that time loop. To break the loop, you need to send yourself a message from the loop, making Alex your protagonist not go to the island breaking the loop. Got all that? Good. Now with all the story summed up and everything out of the way, let's move on to the good stuff. The reason I like this game so much and why I praise it so much is because of the characters. You could have the best story ever, but if you have bad characters and bad writing, it could ruin the story. Thankfully, Oxenfree has good writing and good characters, so it doesn't suffer too much from this.
Hey, guys.
Wait, I was about to tell a story. What was it?
About Brad's car?
Oh, well, that can wait.
Hey,
We started a fire down the way, but Nona wanted to play beach nanny, so...
yeah. Hi. Hi.
And Jonas,
Who
that's...
are you?
Jonas. That's Jonas. He's Alex's new in town, fresh as a daisy stepbrother.
Unlike a lot of story games, the game has no cutscenes, which works favorably for you as you're always interacting with everything and there's not a dull character moment as someone always has something to say, and hearing the characters talk like actual people is super refreshing. One of my favorite characters in the game being Ren because of how laid back he is compared to everybody else.
Except for some geriatric named Mrs. Adler. But, as God is my witness, we'll never mention her or any other old person's name again. We are here to drink and be stupid, a tradition apparently started by bored recruits in the 1950s, who would sneak dates over from the coastal towns.
If you play the whole game in one sitting, it can get a little repetitive. However, if you look over that, the game is really good. It kind of follows the same pattern as a Telltale game, and it leaves an unforgettable experience the first time you ever play. Because of how good the music is in this game, the music for this gets its own category for how amazing it is. Here's some examples. The music fits extremely well with your situation being separated and looking for all your friends, and the music just adds to the feeling of isolation on the island. Before we end today's video, as usual, I like to end each video with my personal thoughts. I found this game way back in 2016 when the game first came out with Xbox Live Gold, and with most games, I went in completely blind and I don't regret it, making it one of my most unforgettable gaming experiences ever. Before YouTube, I had a very short Mixer career with over 5 followers on there, and every time I played it, there would always be someone tuning in or someone always saying something about how they love this game. Every time I played, I always missed a dialogue or I didn't pick something, and every time I picked it on stream, it always opened a new path and lead me to a new ending or a new dialogue every time I played, so it left a very unforgettable gaming experience in my opinion. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you want to see future content like this, feel free to subscribe and like the video. I will see all of you in the future. Goodbye everybody.